Jam fast.
Lord have a great day. Oh, am I there? Am I there? Okay, cool. Sorry, so the audio was just like lagging there. Actually, full disclosure, I use OBS to help me stream, and I loaded it up, and it gave me a weird crash error, and hopefully that won't happen during this stream. If I spontaneously combust or something happens, that's exactly what occurred. OBS did this before the past, and I had to reinstall and then create all the scenes again. Like, it was a pain in the ass. It's something, I don't know if it's some weird error with its logging things. I'm just rambling. Anyway, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. My name is James. Welcome to Red Button Jampus. That's Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's a member of the Red Button Jampus Army. Welcome to Throwback Thursday. Throwdown, just T. We play old school games. The game has to be at least 10 years or older. And right now we're playing a game from I'm going to play a game that's from 1992, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is referred to a lot of people as the best Sonic. I don't know if it's my favorite Sonic, but I mean, all Sonics are pretty fucking good. Well, all the mainline Genesis Sonic games, I should probably clarify. There are some duds in the Sonic franchise, as we all probably know, right? Let's see. This game is hella loud. Let's lower it just a little bit. With the classic Sega. And I'm going to move myself a tinge. You know what? Actually, I could physically move myself. That might actually be easier than the alternative. Hope you guys are having a great day. Oh, and let me just... Where's my chat box at? The chat box would be above my head. You know, we're just going to move it right over here. In this nice little dark space. It's maybe a small chat box today. We're going to find out if that's a good idea, bad idea, but welcome. We're playing the classic Sonic 2 from the Genesis. The reason why at one point in time, just like WCW overtook the WWE at one point in time, Sega, in terms of sales, overtook the Super Nintendo with the Genesis, and it spearheaded it mostly actually by Sonic and other games, and really good advertising at the time. And this game's going to be 34 years old, which is crazy. Yes, WWF, not WWE at the time. WCW was taking on WWF and Monday Night Wars, and at that same time, we had Sega take on Nintendo, and Sega at one point in time was dominating. I kind of feel like Sega was the WCW game in the console wars. Like, it came in by storm. It kicked some ass, had its own things, such as Sonic 2, for example, right? The Sonic the Hedgehog games and a number of others. And I admit, I was very big on the Genesis. I had a lot of games for the Genesis. I have a story why I got the Genesis. We actually got the Genesis for free, technically. That's a whole story in itself. And, yeah. What? Actually, my favorite WWF wrestling era was the Attitude Era, as I'm pretty sure a lot of people is. I think for me, though, I did prefer WCW for a period of time. I remember really liking WCW over WWF, and then, of course, the shift happens, and I was a Stone Cold fan, as probably a lot of people are, where I was like, oh, I'd rather watch WWF now. Fuck it. I'm all about the puppies. I'm getting that age now. I'm all about the puppies. I'm less about the NWO shenanigans. But I do love WCW for a period of time. And my wrestler at that time was Sting, for sure. And hello, Mr. So Far Gone. When Sonic came out, weren't you 32 on your second February 3 kids? You are correct. No, I'm not. I'm not that old! Mr. God rooting for Bill. What? He's rooting against me. What? He says I'm now like over 60 years old and have families with kids. What? These transgressions, my friend. These transgressions. Wearing Katie's shirt she made me. I'm gonna rip and tear. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. Whee! The thing about Sonic that I love, but also don't love at the same time, is the speed. I feel like this game wants you to be fast and not fast at the same time. It's like you're literally going blinding fast and then you hit an obstacle and the game's like, well, why did you go fast? Why did you hit that sling and go through the ring and gather momentum? I don't know. I was enjoying the speed, brother. That's dope. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. As I point at the screen. This will be the last time you'll see me with this long hair for a while because I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. I have been growing out this hair for over half a year. And I am like, I made an appointment tomorrow. Get my hair cut tomorrow. I'm probably gonna shave this weird ass pedo mustache for some reason I'm growing. They'll both be gone. I'm gonna be a clean shaven James next time you guys see me on the Throwback Thursday Throwdown. I just figured to announce that so you guys understand that if you're like, dude, this guy looks gross. It won't happen much longer. I am playing some Sonic. I am debating playing another game. There's another game that actually is 11 years old, so it counts to be a throwback. And I was debating playing it, but it'll be on the PS5. So I don't know how long I'll be playing this before I play the other game. That was a debate I had for today's Throwback Thursday Throwdown. I was debating Sonic or this other game. That's a little younger. Technically counts in the old school category, but it's not as old school as Sonic 2. That's right. Sometimes getting a haircut is pretty therapeutic. And it's weird too. Sometimes I go through these periods. I call it early Beatles, late Beatles, where I'm like, you know, this longer hair is making me feel a little nice and rugged. And then there's a point where the hair curls on itself, and I'm like, you know, I look like a fucking mess. I don't want to manage this any longer. I should get my hair cut. And then when you get your hair freshly cut, and I come back home, look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, that looks pretty good. Also, I look a little older, whatever, but I look pretty good. And I'm pretty sure Katie, I always ask her. I said, hey, what do you think? How do you think I look? She was like, oh, I don't care what hair you have. You do you, boo. And I'm like, I know you want me with shorter hair. I know you never explicitly said it, but I have this gut feeling that you prefer short hair, Jimmy. Ooh, achievement. Hey. I don't know why the achievement went by where I am here, but hold on. I love you, but we gotta listen to this song, and I will answer that. Alright, I'm gonna answer your question. Limit the volume of this appropriately. Yeah! Ah, man, that... One thing Sonic... I don't know if this is a hot take. One thing I think Sonic has, especially if you're talking about mainline Sonics, I know Mario has a lot of iconic themes. But if you're gonna put me in a room and you put headphones on me and say, look, we're gonna play this soundtrack on repeat for the next 5 hours. We could do the Nintendo / Super Nintendo Mario games or Sonic. Let's include Sonic Adventure in this bitch too. Sonic CD, even the new Sonic Crossroads racing game too. I would pick Sonic. They always talk about the boom processor and the audio chip on this Genesis. This Genesis chip has more bass. It slaps. The music of Sonic just purely slaps. You could say whatever you want about the gameplay. We could talk, of course, that Mario is probably more successful than Sonic in terms of a whole franchise. But Sonic, when it comes to fucking music, even Michael Jackson was rumored to be attached to the music of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Because he was a gamer and he knows what's up. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog music by far. I don't know. There's some bangers. And I love Mario music. Don't get me wrong. But Sonic the Hedgehog. It's got beats you could dance to. I will side with Sonic on this one. And in terms of where I get my haircuts, I get them at this. It's actually a franchise, but it's literally a walk from where I live. So I do it out of convenience, and plus the barber I get that I range through is pretty cool and seems to know what's up. I go to Floyd's Barbershop. I think it's a franchise that started in Colorado. It's not some local joint. It's almost like a sports. Well, it's not. It's nothing against sports clips, but it's kind of like that vibe. But I have a person there that cuts my hair, and it's a walk away. I can't argue about walking to and from the place to get my hair cut. If I don't have to drive, and the price is not that bad. I used to get my hair cut at Sports Clips in Pennsylvania because I didn't know anybody, and that was like the closest barbershop, and that place was definitely cheaper than Floyd's. Now, in terms of Arizona, now this is actually a story. I got my hair cut from just a barber, straight up barber. His name is J-Dog, JD. And this guy was fucking cool as hell. And I had a guy. He moved, I followed that guy. My dad went to that guy, and I went to that guy, and that's why I went to this guy called J-Dog. I'm still friends with him to this day. Fun person, cool guy. He did like acting and stuff like that. He has a fucking awesome kind of background story to him too. And the thing about JD, I'm going to call him out on this. I'm going to call him out on this because I know I'm going to pause. I want to focus on the story because I think the story is pretty funny. Now, if you think my hair is long now, I probably said the story before. I feel like I say the story a lot. But back in undergraduate, back when I was in Arizona State, so this story is probably literally going to be almost 2 decades old. It's going to be this story is going to be, now I feel old mentioning this story because it's that long ago. I was at Best Buy at the time, and I remember I grew my hair out for years. My hair was down to my shoulders. I just tried it because I was just like, fuck it. At that point in my life, I don't know, I was more fuck it mode, and so I had this long hair, and I went to JD once during the period to like cut some layers off the hair to have it grow better or whatever. But basically, I didn't go to him for 2 years except maybe one time, right? And I had this long hair. And then I finally thought, you know what, man? Time to get the haircut. It's time to, get your haircut. Time for you to look stylish, Maybe you'll get some dates out of it as well. I was thinking, I'm not really getting the girls with this long hair. I was not a smooth operator at that time. And I probably never been a smooth operator with girls anyway, but who gives a fuck? But definitely then, definitely not. Either way, I got my hair cut from JD. He cut my hair down really short. The one thing I did not anticipate, yes, I'm a pale ass fucking dude. And I'm definitely pale now being in New England. At that time, I swear to you guys, I was out in the sun way more often. I swam a bit. I was a little tanner. Not like, I'm not putting illusions that you would mistake me for any other race. Nothing like that. But I was tanner than I am now. Because I went out and got some vitamin D. And gave vitamin D. Hey-o! No. And so what I did not anticipate, so I had hair out long, and this whole time that hair was over this side of my face. So I got it cut really short. I go to work. From a distance, people are like, oh my God, James got a haircut. He's looking great. And I'm feeling myself. I'm all like, I go close to some of these coworkers, and they're like, oh my God, what happened to your face? I was like, what? one side of your face is super fucking pale. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? I go into the bathroom and I realize that this part of my face was shaded from how my hair was brushed for 2 years. This part of my face, this part of my face was lightly tan, and this part of my face, like a Phantom of the Opera mask, was so white it was purpley. So white it was translucent. I had lightly tan part of my face, and I had this Phantom of the Opera fucking imprint on my face you can't cover up. And I literally looked Two-Face. It was noticeable. And I had to go to school the next day. I had to go to school for like maybe a few weeks before it evened out. But here I am self-conscious about it. So like, fuck, I literally look like I'm wearing a Phantom of the Opera mask permanently, because I didn't realize that when you go from long to short, and especially how I had my long hair, it was shielding this side of my face from skin cancer. And the other side was getting the rays, and it's crazy how that turns out. And I learned something that day, in terms of how that works. And to put like a bow to the story, I remember I got back in Arizona, I was getting my hair cut from J-Dog. Badass guy. Badass dude. Get my hair cut from him. And he just randomly brought this up. He's like, you know what my favorite hairstyle of yours was? And I didn't have a lot. And I still don't really have a lot to this day. I think I tried 2 other hairstyles since then, to be honest. I was like, what? What was your favorite hairstyle? I said, when you had your hair long. I was like, are you serious? I didn't give you business for basically 2 years. Are you telling me something, J-Dog? There's something I need to know? And there you go. It's better than great clips. Do you have a barber, Mr. Silvergun, or do you go to a franchise? Sorry, that was a belch right there. But this question goes out to everybody else. We're talking about haircuts right now if you want to join in. Whee! I'm surprised Sonic does not have a roller coaster. Can you imagine a Sonic roller coaster? It has to be a thrill ride. I hate to admit that. Katie loves thrill rides, and I freak out with them. But if you're going to do a Sonic ride, it has to be a fucking launch coaster that goes at least 70 miles per hour, if not 80, right? You can't make a family coaster if it's based on Sonic. Mario, yes. That's why there are Mario rides now at Universal. But if it's Sonic, you gotta go fast. You cannot be like, oh, look, it's a Sonic ride, it's going 30. No, Sonic rides gotta go fast. And it's gotta be loop-de-loops. It's gotta be inversions. And I hate to admit that. Katie loves thrill coasters. She drags me on them. I piss my pants during them. She loves thrills. I'm sure there's like one coaster that just opened up in Saudi Arabia. It's 500-foot drop. It goes 155 miles per hour. I'm not making this up. If you want to look it up, it's called Falcon's Flight. I showed Katie that footage. She's like, oh, I want to do that. And I'm like, I would literally faint in line. I would die. I would look at it. I don't even know I would be in line. I'm mad enough to bitch out not being in line for that. I would die. Katie, you understand me? You would be smiling. I would be passed the fuck out next to you as that thing didn't even go up its first fucking lift. I'm just letting you know. Let's see. My favorite hairstyle of yours is when you had cornrows. I never had cornrows. I had the Brendan Fraser, and I had what I called the Luka Doncic at the time. But I had a friend. His name is Ross, and I'm laughing. But he had cornrows, and let's just say, he's white. But yeah, I don't I want to have cornrows. I'm just saying for myself, I would not look good with the cornrows. There are people that can pull off cornrows much better than I can. I have a barber, my barber, hell yeah. He works at a barber shop here in New York and then in Indiana, and I found this barber since I was like 27. I never got a haircut at Shaper. Great. I mean, that's what I used to do until I went to Pennsylvania. So about a decade ago, I guess, I've been getting my hair cut from J-Dog. And then I had to like figure out a new barber. And when you're in a small town in Pennsylvania, Yeah, I'm not saying there was no local barbers, but I didn't find any. I only found chains. And at that point, I was like, well, fuck it. I need a haircut. Can't cut it myself. You know? Fuck! Oh! I got the oxygen. For fuck's sake, Sonic. He moves molasses in this. Alright, good. Good lord. I don't want to be drowned. That's traumatizing when Sonic drowns. That's the most traumatizing part of the Sonic game, is when the countdown happens and he drowns. But yeah. Oh, fuck. Again, I want to go fast. But... Ah! I am fucked. I am so fucked. Yes, I can rewind with this version of the game, but that's not how you play it on the Genesis. Alright? I'm very strict about this shit. If I'm playing an old school game, I'm playing by the old school game's rules. Now, if there are codes in the game, that's maybe another enchilada. Oh my god. Almost gave me a heart attack. But yeah, so then I had to do chain. And then I found this one place right by here, and it seems pretty cool, but it's technically a chain, so... I guess I should make friends. Guys be like, you been in Boston long? I'd be like, nope! Now cut my hair. Alright, I'm gonna plug something. Today I had Dunkin' Donuts protein milk. They have protein milk now for their coffee drinks. Had an iced macchiato with protein milk, and it's fucking delicious. Went to the gym, and I was like, I want my dunks. And they're not sponsoring me, but they want to sponsor me, Red Button. Hit me up, dunks. Hit me up. I need money anyway. Hit me up. Oh! Oh! Tails, why did you die? Everybody loves Tails. Katie loves Tails. No, you're not putting that ooze on me. You're not putting the slime on me. Take this, Dr. Eggman / Dr. Robotnik, you bastard. Yeah. Why do you call him Eggman? I don't know, because you look like an egg. And we're done. Whee! Sonic's still tapping his foot, impatient as hell. We just rescued the animals. We just rescued the animals. Welcome to Throwback, There's the Drum. We're talking about haircuts. Ooh. These themes slap. I don't care. I will fight a person over Sonic music. God damn. Each world's a freaking... Why are they burners? I feel sad to admit this. I don't know who the composer is for Sonic 2. Whoever you are, my friend, you're a gift to us all. How? So many bangers. And this one's not regarded as highly as like maybe Chemical Plant, but this is still a fucking banger. What the hell? I'm gonna drown, am I? Where's the oxygen? There it is. No, I'm not dying. And that happened to me the day after Christmas. I was choking myself. I had a countdown above my head. Katie, give me the Heimlich. Boop, 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 boop. We need to call the hospital. Real story. Except the countdown above my head. That part's not real. Fuck! How do I get out of here? Where's the way out? Countdown was over my head. And Katie was giving the Heimlich multiple times. I mean, the Heimlich part of me choking is real, and me going to hospital after Christmas is a real story, as I probably said before. But the countdown probably made up. But I mean, there was a countdown probably in my brain. Yeah, that's true. Katie did. Katie saved my life, and that's not even like figurative. That's not even like figurative speech. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, the love of my life saved my life." No, this woman saved my life. If she wasn't there, I mean, either A, I run into the hallway and hoping somebody would get me, or I get myself behind like on a chair. But I don't think I would be that successful at it. I'm pretty sure I'd do it stupidly and then pass out. Katie was the MVP. Why am I still here is because she came in. She was there. That's legitness. That's James would not have seen 2026. And I know I'm joking about it now. That's all I could do right now. But it was scary as fuck. Like, so James stopped streaming. What happened? Well, he choked on day-old Chinese. God, that funeral would suck. James did not make it to see GTA 6. Why? Day-old Chinese. Day-old Chinese. And like, honestly, could I blame my family? Like, let's say I'm a ghost, and I was at my funeral, right? Because I died. Katie wasn't there to save me, okay? I know I'm going very morbid right now as I'm playing Sonic, but stick with me here. I'm dead because I choked on day-old Chinese, because that nearly happened, right? That funeral, I guess I would not blame my friends nor family if they were laughing. Like, I could see them cry, but I also see them, like, someone, like, breaking up eulogy, be like, why did he die? He choked on the thing he loved. Day-old fried rice. And if that was, like, my death, I can't blame anybody for laughing. If my family laughed, Tim would definitely laugh. Tim would be the one that instigated. Bill would be laughing too. But could I blame them if they laugh at that? I mean, honestly, I can't. It wasn't like I was saving an orphan from a fire. Wasn't like I valiantly fought off a fucking random bear in the woods. I choked it on Chinese food repeatedly and caused some other type of some crazy shit that maybe repeatedly choke and need multiple Heimlichs and then go to the ER, right? But if I was to die from that, and what spurred on was Chinese food, that's how I went. I didn't even die from a serious ailment. Not to be rude, sorry, not trying to be rude here. But it wasn't like, oh, he passed away because he developed cancer. He developed even a heart attack or something. Not to get very sensitive topic here. People go to fear like, wow, he died so young from a heart attack. Whatever. But people would laugh, and I would not blame them if I did die from choking on Chinese food. They would be like, what happened to him? He was kind of young. What happened? GTA 6 was about to come out. We got the end of Red Dead Redemption for GTA 6. Like Mr. Swergon said, what happened? This is my mom, I'm impersonating. He died from day-old Chinese food. What a fucking idiot! Yeah. And I would not blame my mom. If I was a ghost in her house, I'd be like, look, I would be laughing too at you if you died from day-old Chinese food at your age, you bitch. Just kidding. I don't mean to call my mom a bitch. My mom's an amazing person. I love my mom. Got a little carried away. Got a little too big for my britches. My mom was watching the stream, which she's not, but if she is, I probably would have got a shoe thrown at me right about now. Even though we live states apart. That would have happened. And I would not blame her for that either. Someone in the back says, what a fucking idiot. See about the choke here. Wait. Oh no, no. Where's the oxygen? No. Well, that happened. Anyway. I can't. I don't feel good. I don't feel good about that. I'm playing on the Genesis. Rewind to Genesis. That's indigestion. I can't. I can't. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. See, this song, you could do a salsa to. Well, during the chorus, not this part. The chorus, you can. Oh, fuck you. Yay. Now, everybody, what we learned today. Go to your barbers and give them good stories. Don't die in stale Chinese food. Don't call your mom the B word, please. We learned a lot today. Don't... Yeah. This has been a crazy throwback already. I traveled so much in conversation right now, and even I'm getting whiplash. I'm moving now. Fuck it. I'm not going down to the water. That water could suck my dick. Uh-oh. Is he gonna do this? What's he doing? Oh, fuck! Upstairs neighbors causing a ruckus. Oh, yes, this one. I know exactly what... Oh, wait. Oh, I have no rings. There we go. Can't make that one, can I? Oh my god. Okay, quit doing the high ones. I can't get up to those, bud. Oh. I'm locked in right now. Eggman could suck my dick. My dick cool. Alright, got a routine down. Got my routine down. There we go. Ads incoming in 2 minutes, but if you're a subscriber, you don't get that ad. You know? It's only a minute, but still. Yeah. You wonder what I do during the minute? I just grab a soda or something stupid. Then again, I am kind of pretty caffeinated right now. I had that protein milk infused Dunkin' Ice Macchiato. 2 shots of caramel, 1 shot of coconuts. This is what you do. Ice macchiato, protein milk, which is a new thing from Dunkin'. I put in some of that mother effing 2 shots of caramel syrup, 1 shot of coconut. A little Splenda on that bitch. Is it sweet like me? Yes. Oh, wait. You know what time it is. Every stage we go to, you know what time it is. Yes! Right before the ad breaks in, we got another dance break in. And if anyone asks you, yeah, Sonic themes over Mario themes. Since we're talking about classic, we're talking classics right now. And even later Sonic. I mean, motherfucking Dreamcast era Sonic had some bangers. Even the more recent Sonic Crossworlds had some bangers. Ooh, damn it, I almost got 3 jackpots. Alright, ads coming in a few seconds, guys. Unless you're a subscriber. It's a mandatory ad, I swear to you. The only thing I could do is set how long. And I set it only to a minute. Oh, fuck this. Wait, what does that do? Oh, I'm good. I'm good then. Oh, I got an announcement to make, everybody. We're doing another charity drive for Extra Life for the Children's Hospital for research and care, okay? This time, it's going to be Sunday, January 25th, Sunday, January 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Pacific time. Hope you guys could join me. We're going to play Uncharted 2 from start to finish. I'm going to play the game from start to finish. So how long the game is, we're playing that. Hope you guys could join me for that. We're raising money for Extra Life during that stream. I'm also happy to announce a bonus. If we're to meet the goal of $100, I will play a game, a very bad, shitty game, for at least 30 minutes, if not an hour afterwards, if we meet our goal during that stream. So hope you guys can meet me on January 25th, a Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Date with the game. That's a charity marathon for this month. Date with the game. Uncharted 2, a PS3 classic. I can't wait to play that shit. And this stage is gonna drive me insano. Oh fuck. I think the ad's happy right now too, so I may have to replug. Yeah. I may replug the charity stream in a little bit. Sorry if you're hearing this twice or if you're watching YouTube wondering what the fudge is going on. Inside Baseball. And ads happening right now for those who are not subscribed. But we will get, oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Once the community comes back, we are going to... Alright, the community's back. Hope you guys can join me this Sunday, January 25th, for Date with the Game. I'm going to be playing Uncharted 2 from front to back, raising money for the Children's Hospital through Extra Life. We make the $100 goal during that charity stream on January 25th, Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Pacific. I'll play a bonus terrible game for at least 30 minutes, if not an hour. I already know what the terrible game is, but, yeah. Flowers. Ooh, elevator. Dude, Tails kicks ass, though. I love Tails' design. And if you're wondering, no one asked, yes, I do like the new Sonic movies. The fact they have Keanu Reeves as Shadow, great. Idris Elba as Knuckles, also great. Jim Carrey's hilarious. I enjoyed each of those movies. I don't hate those movies. They're surprisingly good movies in my opinion. They're surprisingly fun movies. Definitely family movies. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. How do I get up there? Sonic, do you know how to get up there? Do I need to go down? Go down out? There you go. Whee! Oh, actually, this bicep's kind of sore. Yay, Sonic got through Act 1. I guess you could play with 2 players on this game and do split screen. Kind of forgot about that. Now, I'm by myself right now. Katie's not here, but, so if I were to choke on Chinese food, I'd be out of luck. Oh. I wonder if this stage spurred on the creation of Sonic Spinball, which is the pinball Sonic game. If everyone's just like, look, these segments everybody loves, why don't we make a game out of it? People love pinball and Sonic. Newsflash, that game is rough. Not terrible. I know what my final opinions are. Sometimes I think the game is cool, Sonic Spinball, and other times I'm like, what is this? And why do you exist? I remember the first time playing that game at a cousin's house. I feel like my cousin's got some games I never seen the light of it. Never seen my house. And that's one of them. This is the same cousin that lied that they had Donkey Kong Country 4, and or knew it was coming out, and I was like, I was young though. I was like, really? They lied. Calling them out. Call out my cousin. I'm calling you out. Decades later. You still owe me the truth. Where are the Donkey Kong Country 4 files, cousin? Huh? Ooh. Nope. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Good. That's not the way out. I need 10 more rings for that magic number to occur. Or for the young kids, I need 8 more rings. 5. Yep. Oh, I'm at 69. There you go. Oh, now I'm at 70. Damn it. Ooh. This is a boss stage? Yeah, I can tell already. This is a boss stage. Yep. Yep. Memory unlocked here. And I'm pretty sure this is annoying as fuck. Yep. Be annoying. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Horse and bouncing around. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be fun as hell. There we go. Ooh, we missed. I actually thought I was fucked. I think the best thing to do is just go from the side, probably. Yeah. Going off the paddles would put you in this stupid thing, which is not fun for anybody. There we go. This is how you deal with. Oh, fuck you! I couldn't slow my ass down. Come on, hit him double. Ooh. Oh, great, wrong way. Gotta get my gin and juice. So I debated heavily changing the intro music. Right now I have the classic Fozzie song, Break the Walls Down. And I'm debating with the new year, like, do I need a new intro for Throwback Thursday Throwdown? Like, do I need to, like, change up the video? Is it time, after all these years, just to put a new video out there with a new song? I think you can cut out the front if you ever upload it, right? Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, I don't see the intro music for this. Hey. Alright, now I need to get up there. Get on up to the end zone. Yay, he saved all the animals. 429. That's a significant number for your boy. If you know what that number means, you are extra special. That's what the time was left. Oh, shit. Is it time? This one may not be my favorite. Oh, what the fuck? Is it because of the... Oh, it's because of the light. If you're wondering what's going on, the sun's hitting this. I'll be dealing with it. Hold on a second. Get out of here. Who wants to see that bullshit? Everyone wants that illusion. I guess I can't cut out this part right here, but, well, actually, wait. Yeah, I can. Just put the blinds down. You dork. Alright, let's put this music up. Alright, let's do it. This one may not be my favorite, but it still works for me. Oh my god, I think I'm about to fart. Oh fuck! I can't jump on him. What a douche. I haven't been to the stage in a while. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, you're alternating. No. fuck, bro? There we go. I need to fart. Gotta let that gas out. Methane gas out my ass right now. Let it out. Let it out. Don't be ashamed if you have a gas. Oh, it kind of smells bad, though. Luckily, you guys can't smell me. Actually, I was very self-conscious. You know what? This is probably TMI, but whatever. We cool here. Red Button Army, you're close to me. After all this time I've been streaming, I have no shame to admit these things. We're humans, okay? I went to dance yesterday, and for some reason, I was stupid. Look, I tend to be a good boy when it comes to deodorant and cologne. But for some reason, I did not do it yesterday, or forgot to, or something dumb. And I started dancing, and I'm like smelling something rank. I was like, oh no, that's me. I have to dance with strangers now. Knowing that I smell like fucking BS, you know? And that's why today I'm all deodorant up. I mean, myself smell goods right now, outside of the fart, but, you know, it's one of those things where I'm just like, why do I do this? Why was this a situation I put myself in just to think about the whole time? I'm going the right way. I feel like I'm going backwards. Sonic levels can be kind of a labyrinth, you know? They're not just simple left to right. Part of the charm, you know... Oh, fuck! I wasn't paying attention right there. That's my fault. That's my fault. Alright, oh! Oh, that's stupid. Oh, that worked. That worked. But yeah, I love Sonic. I feel like you can love both Sonic and Mario. I don't think... What are we supposed to do in that case? Oh, it goes down. That's... Okay. I learned... Shit. I overjumped that. Oh my god, that was almost became very bad situation. Luckily for the little bit of the invulnerability you get after getting hit. I always thought the mechanic of the rings is your health bar, but also your score, to be very interesting. Like, Mario always kind of used the coins as just, you get 100 coins. This is a typical, like, old school Mario experience, what I should preface this by saying. Where the coins are just there to get you a life, to get 100 of them, you know? Sonic's like, literally, hey, it's gonna be a score modifier, but this is your health. You lose them all if you get hit, you have to recollect them if you want to. If you want to live longer, you need to make sure you have the currency on hand, or else you're done, you know? That's it. That's it. There's no love here. No love here in the Sonic world. Wait, why won't you go down? There we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, you piece of shiz. Oh. Oh, that is so fucked. No, oh. And Tails got the one ring. Thank you, Tails. Oh my god. That was stressful. That was actually pretty stressful. Where we go? Yes. This way. Oh shit. Not doing that same mistake again. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. The momentum! The momentum! Such a dick! What the fuck? Oh my Atlanta. There we go. Oh man. Oh, I am so freaking lucky. I almost caused the same mistake again if it wasn't for the invulnerability. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Itchy ear. Itchiness. Hey, cat. How you doing, bud? You're cute. Tails, you dumbass. What are you doing there, dumbass? Hey, up and away. Uh-oh. Someone is online. One of my friends just went online. Like a fucking... No! Oh, no. Come here. I now know what to do. Yeah, I think Sonic 2 might be my favorite. So, I'm going to reveal something. Not like it's a big mystery. My original plan was to play Sonic and Knuckles. And I was like, Sonic and Knuckles, right? That's part of this Genesis collection I got. No, it's not. And I was like, well, I got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, or Sonic 3D. And I was like, oh, Sonic 2. Like, Sonic 1's not a bad choice either. I love Sonic 1, but... I'm like, yeah, Sonic 2 in that case. We don't have Sonic and Knuckles. The cool game that used to be like a cartridge. We could add other cartridges to it, and it modifies those games by adding Knuckles them. Coolest thing of all time. The Sonic and Knuckles cartridge for the Genesis is one of the coolest cartridges of all time. I will die on that hill. It blew my mind as a youngin'. Nowadays, it's probably just like, whatever, bro. Who cares? We got our DLC that does basically the same thing, probably more efficiently. Dumbass. You dumbass old man. And I'd be like, I like the young people. Get out of here, old man. I'm sorry, young people. Please go gentle on your old man, James. Is there any way to go up? Okay. Like, my lord. Why am I so gassy? What is going on here? Do I need to pay a visit to the bathroom? What the hell? Thank God there's no smell-o-vision on this stream. Or we'd be fucked. Tails, you dumbass. Tails! Jackass. Alright, with that. I had a coworker reach out to me. He's like, hey, can you let people know about my, like, this is like, yeah, you know, Gravy79. I'll let him know about Gravy79. You know, he sells cards and antiques. You know, I'll let him know. There's a plug. I did a plug for a friend. There you go. I'm gonna go on record. I'm trying to help friends out too. GRAVEY 79. I don't want to search it up though. All right. Louie, what are you doing, bud? Louie, what are you doing, Luigi? Luigi, what are you doing? You trying to be sneaky? Come here, you little Lou. Come here, little foo-foo. Come here, you little bumba. Come here, you little bum. Yeah, I see you. I see you strutting away. I see you strutting away. Yeah. Oh, well, bye. Bye, Felicia. Ah, man. The announcement is Katie and James are pregnant, and the channels will now focus on baby content, doctor visits, no more video games. No! God, Katie would kill me. Not like we don't want to have kids, but Katie's like, not now. Especially with, like, we need to figure some stuff out with our life. Not to get too in the real reals, but, you know, it's not like we don't want to have kids, but I feel like that's still a few years off. And I mean, not to sound weird here, I am thankful that Katie's younger than me in this instance because we still have time. Now, if we're going on, like, my age, we may not have as much time, but thankfully, I mean, not to be rude here, I am the male, not the female in this relationship in terms of my age, so we have time. But yeah, if we were pregnant, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like I wouldn't be happy. And it's not like I don't want that to happen, but I definitely think this would be too soon. This would be, I don't see that for another maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And I'm fine with that. Totally cool with that. You know what I mean? When it happens, you know, it'll be awesome. I don't want to get too TMI. We have a healthy relationship, but no repercussions of babies, okay? And that's all I'll say. That's probably a little too much. But yeah, if Katie's pregnant at this time, it'd be a rough period. But she's not. We're good. That was the content. Oh my god. Hold on. You know what time it is. This is Sonic Bean. Spooky. Woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna fart. Oh, God, I think that was loud. Holy crap! I just shotgunned my ass. Oh no, that smells bad. Oh, what did I eat? Was that the Dunkins? Whoa, whoa. Welcome to Throwback, Jables. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you just witnessed, like, share, subscribe. Dog, I'm sorry, Z Baker. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. Now I'm embarrassed because you're here now too. I love that you're here. I'm just embarrassed because I had to let that out. And you jump in, probably saw that. That's what I'm embarrassed by. I am now all the way down to the Mystic Cave of Sonic 2. I have not been to this level for a very long time. I feel like every time I replay this game, I stop at maybe Casino Night. And then, yeah. This is the farthest I've been in a while. How are you doing, by the way, Z Baker? Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for coming on in on the Throwback. Happy New Year! Happy New Year. Yeah, if I'm acting confused, it's because I am literally confused. I have not played this stage for a very long time. Actually, have I ever beaten Sonic 2 as a kid? I don't think I have. I beat Sonic 1. I don't think I beat Sonic 2 as a kid. Oh, crap. I've been bad. I didn't think about that. I mean, I'll admit, I didn't beat every game that I loved as a kid, right? And I think this is one of them. Sonic 2 is a pain in the ass to beat. That's probably why. That's probably literally what happened. You know what? I'm good at this because I am playing this on the thing with a quick save. I haven't done that yet. But, no, yeah, that's true. I beat Sonic and Knuckles in Sonic 1. I don't think I beat Sonic 2. No, I didn't beat Sonic 2. I didn't beat Sonic Adventure 2 either. Another sad fact to admit to myself. I played it quite a bit. I never beat Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, I need to get my Dreamcast. If I could get my Dreamcast from my old house, get it from my mom, be like, yo, I need my Dreamcast, and actually convert that to play on a Throwback, I would play some of those old Dreamcast games. Would play the shiz out of those. I love Dreamcast. I think I was talking to a friend about it the other day. Yes, random topic time. I went on about my death that almost happened the day after Christmas. Talk about Katie not being pregnant, and a lot of random stuff talking about this stream. Hold on one second. Reed Screw is freaking out there. Maybe I should raise the sensitivity. Let's see. Where are you at? Maybe I should put on some light here. Da, da, da. Oh, that might be a bad idea. This be a bad idea? Whatever. We'll deal with it. Anywho's. Yeah. So, sorry, it's been a while since we last talked, but I'll pause. So, Mr. Vargon, whoever heard this before, I apologize. I'm going to go on the story. The day after Christmas, it's embarrassing to admit this, but I had day-old Chinese food and was choking, right? And Katie was there, so Katie gave me the Heimlich, but here's the problem. She gave me the Heimlich. Whatever it was that was in my airway then obstructed my esophagus, because what happened was that something popped out. I then start choking down this way, and what ended up happening was my phlegm, and even if I drink water, what it'll do is it'll go right back in front of the airway and cause me to choke. So I was choking repeatedly, basically losing oxygen, right? Katie gave me a Heimlich like 3-4 times, basically just kept trying to address this issue. And I'm not being superfluous or over exaggerating when I say this. I think Katie saved my life. She ended up calling 911. I'm laughing about it now, but it was scary at the time. It's funny to think about what almost took me out, but at the time it was definitely scary as fuck. She called 911. I had cops came in first, then like 7-8 paramedics came into this place, surrounding me. And at that time, I was able to breathe and talk. But what I'm trying to reemphasize was that my throat wasn't only just strained from all the shit that was happening to it. What ended up happening was that, and this is the body, I'm not trying to blame the body, but let's just say whatever blocked is not going away. And the body keeps producing saliva. And it's just like a pipe, if you ever had a sink that's blocked, right? It just goes up and then it re-chokes you, right? That's literally what's happening. They said this time you're choking on fucking phlegm that's going up or water or whatever. And I remember they were here and they're just like, hey, do you want to ride to the ER? And I was like, I was trying my best to avoid it because I don't want to get too topical here, but let's be honest. I have insurance, but we also have to talk about medical expenses and shit like that, right? But they one of the paramedics basically said, hey, and I did not know this part. They said, hey, you could have aspirated something and have aspirated pneumonia. So I would recommend going to the hospital. I took a glass of water, okay? Because I thought, this is my litmus test if I need to go, essentially. I take a drink of that water, choke, because the water's now just going up in front of the airway. It's not going away. They tend to me, I was on a stretcher, went to the ER, and the funny part is on the way to the ER, whatever it was came out. It finally came out in a very gross incident of vomit. Just came out. Boom. I'm already like high on like maybe adrenaline at that point, So my arm was tingling. And of course I reported that. I said, hey, my left arm is tingling, right? Because that's literally what was happening. And it's probably from the anxiety and the stress and obviously going through near-death experiences of some sort. It's just you got a fight or flight response. That's probably what caused the tingling arm. But the problem is when you report you have a tingling in the arm, which you should report any symptoms you have to any paramedics, okay? It's not me telling you not to do that, people. But when you report that, they're like, all right, we need to obviously tell the nurse. You come in, they tell the nurse. The nurse has to type in this report of this dude was choking at Chinese food and just kept choking. It's embarrassing to admit that, but that was the report, right? I've been taken to an ER room. They had to do like a EKG, so check on the heart. They did an x-ray scan to make sure my lungs were good, that I didn't aspirate anything. If there's still an obstruction of some sort or something else, esophageal with your throat, right? They have to check that stuff. And then, by that time, thankfully, I've, in a recovery phase, thankfully, no heart attack, nothing of that nature. Because those kind of dramatic events could also cause heart attacks as well. So that's obviously why I also reported the tingling arm. At the end of the day, after a few hours in the ER room, got out of there, shocked, of course. Friend picked me up, but I will say this, I'm not trying to brown nose Katie too much, but thank fucking God that Katie does CPR training. She definitely helped a lot. If she wasn't there to at least deal with the initial choking incident and then the subsequent ones, Lord only knows where I would be. Either I've been passed out, a neighbor would have to get me in the hallway. I don't know what the scenario is. Or I would try to give myself a self-Heimlich, but who knows if you'd be successful. Like, you could give yourself a Heimlich on a chair, but you have to probably break some ribs, usually that's kind of the case. But let's just say at the end of the day, I'm live. We're fine. I get to see the new year and hopefully get to see GTA 6. So there's some bright spots. And thank you, Z Baker. It's not that embarrassing. People go to ER for way more embarrassing reasons than that. That's nuts, though. I'm glad you're okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sorry, I threw that like... Because I talked about it earlier, I just kind of threw it nonchalant. Like, oh, yeah, this happened. Well, I just talked about this. But yeah, just... thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, so basically, not to scare anybody. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm not saying I'm the youngest person in the world, but I'm also not that old. Let's put it frankly. That mortality is a thing, okay? Like, you could, I joke about it now because I am alive. And also, I would not blame my family if they did laugh at my funeral for me died from Chinese food. But the thing is that, not to scare people, but things could happen, so be on the up and up. Yeah, I wasn't expecting such a joke, so I figured it was a silly little comment. No, it's a... Well, no, I don't ever want to fake make a story like that. I wish it wasn't something that traumatic to express, but it happened, and did it happen the day after Christmas? It did. But I am here, and what the fuck am I supposed to do? Alright, Sonic, what am I supposed to do? This is the problem. Sonic is a labyrinth. It's a maze. But yeah, give Katie her flowers is what I'm trying to do. Give Katie her flowers. Okay, what the frick am I supposed to do? So am I supposed to go from there to the other side then? Am I a little... Thank you for the well wishes again. I really do appreciate it. Are you a little scared of Chinese food now? Yes. And not to make things sad, but to this day, it's been a few weeks, so it's still pretty recent, technically, right? The 26th was a Friday, right? So it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet, so it's still very recent. I really have been eating. I eat slowly anyway. That's the funny part. I eat slower than my wife. But I've been especially eating much slower now and drinking like fluid not with almost every bite, but I've been drinking fluid so much more constantly now during the process of eating. I don't say to a comical level, but definitely a little more, a little scarred psychologically now. I mean, I'm eating. It's not like I'm afraid to eat. I don't want to put it out there. Homie's eating. But have I been way more cautious when I eat and chew? Yes. Probably way more mindful than I have been ever about the process of chewing and drinking with the chews and all this other stuff. What am I supposed to do? You could have tails fly up and grab his feet. Ooh. Well, that's not the right button to do that. Oh, shit! That's what I needed to do right there. But thank you for the note about Tails. It's been a while, okay? Here's the thing. When I do these games, I'm doing them to revisit games I love. But I'm also revisiting games that, to be frank, I may not have played for years. Maybe even decades. It doesn't mean I hate the game. Obviously, I'm playing it. Obviously, I'm talking about it. I'm highlighting it for some reason. In a lot of cases. Or maybe even putting a negative light on it. There's been a few games where I'm like, I got some critiques. I got some criticisms. Like, I played Bubsy with the sheer purpose to remind people that Bubsy may not be the best game of all time. But I just, the long way of saying it, it's also just a case of, these are games, in a lot of cases, I've not played for a while. So it's me just being like, oh yeah. Oh, that's how you do this. All right. Oops. Shit! Can I rewind? I probably need my brain check. I was meant to hit quick save, and I hit quick load. Thank God I saved not that far ago, or this would be way harder of a hit. Actually excited about the new Bubsy? Yeah, I think the new Bubsy game actually looks pretty good because whoever's behind it is in on it, right? And definitely know what to do at developing what it looks like competent levels, you know? Because look, here's the thing: I don't hate Bubsy. I'm morbidly curious to play Bubsy 3D. I never played Bubsy 3D. I know that it's supposed to be one of the worst 3D platformers, but I never played it, so I cannot personally say that, I guess. All right, where the... Guys, don't do what I did there. The thing is, if you're wondering why I made that mistake, for this version of the game, quick load apparently is use the right thumbstick, essentially, to do quick load or quick save. I did the wrong direction. I thought holding up was a quick save. No, it's quick load. So if you're wondering how I made that mistake, that's how I made that mistake. Like a freaking... do this. There you go. This time, though, I know exactly what to do. So hopefully I'll get through just fine. Okay, there's another lever. There it is. Actually, I may get a better time this time. I think I got 6 minutes last time. I may cut that down. There you go. I never played Bubsy 3D, but I had the first two as a kid. I liked them. And that's the one thing, too. Like, playing Bubsy now may not be a good reference point because obviously playing these games decades after release, even if they were rough games... Okay, I'm saving. Playing these games decades later, the problem is that those games at the time could be pretty good, right? Like, I think even the McDonald's game was really good, and people like to rag on that, right? But because it's a licensed game about McDonald's. But I think the thing, of course, is, and the case to be made is, some games age, not a lot of games age well, and even the best games, they still age, technically, right? Like, Super Mario Bros. 1 is a very influential platformer, but is it really the best platformer to play right now? I know this is blasphemous to say. I love Super Mario Bros. 1, but I mean, it's aged. You know? And it's a bit Donkey Kong Bonanza may be the way to go right now. Just saying. Oh, fudge. Don't want to die. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I'm playing this legitness. Yeah, I do want to play Bubsy 3D though. I am morbidly curious. If there's a way to play Bubsy 3D, I don't know if it's on sale on any storefront. I would like to visit that game with a... Ooh. Now, would it be a proper analysis? Probably not, because I'm judging a game that wasn't that well regarded at the time even longer, with a new vise of how 3D... with a new vision, I should say, perspective of how 3D platformers should be. But I think it'd be a fun experience to play Bubsy 3D right now. I like the Mario All-Stars version of the old Mario game. Yes! It's crazy that Nintendo kind of remade those old games on the Super Nintendo. They were kind of like the first, in a weird way, to remake their games. They were ahead of it. They were ahead of it. Nintendo knew better. I remember they re-released the Mario All-Stars in the Wii, and it was like a red, like, box, and it came with a soundtrack. I got that one. I remember just so psyched getting the Wii versions of Mario All-Stars. Didn't they do that for like the 25th or the 30th anniversary? I think they did it for an anniversary. Ooh, crap. Now the question is, where to go? Oh, fudge. This is the thing about Sonic games I love and hate again. You want to go fast. But the problem is, they throw so many obstacles in your way that if you move even for a few seconds, you may die right away. So you have to be careful, even though you want to move fast, because Sonic moves fast. You want to move fast. You have to fight the urge to speed. This game's all about fighting the urge to speed. Crap. Ah, fudge. Way up there? Mario All-Stars was so crazy for the time, was such a bargain. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. You know, I know we're talking about probably Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo, that version versus the Wii, but I want to give Wii some flowers too, because I was talking to a friend last night. We played some Gears 1, like the new version of it, against randos online. Oh wait, I may have to hold that thought as I take on this boss. Let's see how much brain power this needs. Oh fuck. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, okay, may I could talk about it. But one thing I want to talk about Wii is the Wii Shop channel was so goddamn good. You could $5 you could get a Nintendo game, like $8 you could get a freaking Neo Geo game. I think like that most expensive titles were N64 games at $10. I got so many classic games on there. I got like, you know, your Team of the Monsters, your Earthworm Jim's, you know, even some lower end titles you didn't think about. Paper Mario, that's not like a lower title, I don't mean it by that. But like, he had some like real hidden gems, like Sin and Punishments like that, just for you to own and buy. And I think at a very reasonable price. And you didn't have to worry about the storage on the Wii either. It felt like all the games were manageable sizes. And I remember just having pages of these classic games because people gave me gift cards for the Wii. And I don't know, I feel like the Wii Shop channel was so goddamn good. It was such a great selection, reasonable price, some classics. And I just want to give a call out there. Plus, had great music. Nintendo makes good themes. Alright, Sega. I mean, Sonic. Alright, Eggman. Yay! Alright, now it's getting darker here, which means I may have to turn on the light. A lighty. Actually, just with this, come with the chat. Kind of small though still, but up here. There you go. All right, so. All right, music check time. Music check time. Sorry, I had to do a dance check because these tunes were something else. All right, put the volume back down. There we go. Z Baker said, I saw dial-up when I had my Wii, so unfortunately never got to experience a lot of the cool and early stuff I'll do. Oh, man. You know what, though? Can I talk about dial-up? And I'm saying this in a very positive light. But one thing I always have fond memories of was... I'll pause because, you know what, I want to think about it, talk about it. Was like playing Dreamcast games through the dial-up. There was something about playing those games online that was magical because I think it was the first system with the built-in modem. I know there's like, you could get real technical and say that the Super Nintendo I think had like a Japanese add-on or some random, but they're add-ons. You had to like buy them or be in another country for it. Like the Dreamcast had a built-in dial-up modem. I remember playing NFL 2K1, Phantasy Star Online, playing these games. You think about now, like, wait, you play that on dial-up, and they work. They were low latency. I don't remember lag being an issue with those games, even a football game or a basketball game. I remember just enjoying playing those games online through the dial-up, and even doing the browser on the Dreamcast. And so that to me, and then of course PC, like playing StarCraft and stuff like that through dial-up and all that time, and then of course having to make sure no one was calling. But you know, those are. I just want to bring up those fond memories. Is what I'm trying to say. That's all. Also, Dreamcast. Anytime we talk about the Dreamcast, I could get a. Excuse my language. I could get a hard on for the Dreamcast. That's probably one of my favorite systems of all time. I remember talking to a friend who was, I guess, more of a Sony fanboy. He never was into Sega. He didn't get the Dreamcast or Saturn, and I guess I'm more of a Sega fanboy. I felt like I was an equal opportunist with a lot of systems, but Then again, in my group, I felt like I got more Sega stuff, right? Yeah, I'll probably say more Sega for sure. I love that goddamn system. It only lasted a year and a half, but goddamn was that a glorious year and a half. Freaking love the Dreamcast. I'm just gonna say it. I think I have... I would definitely be in my Mount Rushmore systems. For just the memories and everything else surrounding it. I don't know if it's just a period of my life, too. Or what. It could be a lot of other things influencing that decision, you know, in terms of age or whatever. I don't know. But the freaking Dreamcast was like... I don't know. Not saying there was never a system after that I loved or enjoyed whatsoever. Don't get me wrong. But... Oh, God. I don't want to die there. If any console was a time travel, it'd be Dreamcast. It was. It had a second screen before the Wii U. The memory itself was a portable system. They could play with your friends. I know I'm talking about the one accessory, but that's just one thing alone. They had their own internet service provider before Xbox Live. It was called SegaNet. They had its own online infrastructure with an MMO and all this stuff for a console. That worked. It had they designed the hardware to be one-to-one with their arcade machines, so they could easily port this cool looking stuff over like House of Dead. You could actually that was the mind-blowing thing. You could play basically arcade accurate ports of most games, if not better ports, on your console. That was a huge thing at the time. We're talking about 99. I mean, nowadays it looks quaint, but the fact that Soul Calibur plays better on the Dreamcast, it was such a freaking great game than versus the arcade version of it, right? Then you had Marvel vs. Capcom, banger. You had, of course, the Sonic Adventure games, bangers. You, of course, had, even the sports games were bangers. They're not even made by EA, but the 2K run that was only on Sega, amazing. I would take those any day of the week over the freaking EA equivalents any day of the week. By far, bangers. Even the weird, quirky games that people make fun of were awesome. Seaman was a fucking fun game with the microphone. I love that weird shit. Shenmue, before Grand Theft Auto, open world game. It was a first of its kind. It was look it up. Before Grand Theft Auto 3 or whatever blew that door open that people kind of like to put it with Grand Theft Auto, Shenmue did it first. You go to freaking arcade in Shenmue and play full arcade games in the game. Shenmue, I love Shenmue too. Love Shenmue as well. Dreamcast was a freaking great system. And the crazy part is, I could just mention banger after banger. And you could be like, wow, it sounds like that was a great lifespan for a system. You think about it this way. Usually systems last 5 years, if not to 10 years. The Dreamcast, because Sega had problems with the Saturn and with the 32X, they were bleeding money. So they didn't have a lot of money in the bank. So Dreamcast only lasted a year and a half. But that's the crazy part. It had all these bangers for a year and a half. Any system would kill to have that record in its 5 years. A year and a half, I know I'm sucking some Dreamcast dick right now, but I'm saying it like this. A year and a half, it had all those bangers. What the fuck? If that thing lasted 5 years. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Oh, why am I not jumping? Oh, I can't jump here. Shenmue's NPCs were also legendary. They had their own lives and schedules. Also true. Dreamcast needs respect. Chat Set Radio, thank you. Crazy Taxi, even? Freaking Crazy Taxi? The ports of... I know these are ports, but I'm going to mention them anyway. The Blitz port for the Dreamcast was freaking stellar as hell. No contest. Even Dead or Alive was a great game on the Dreamcast. I do like fighters, so that's gonna be kind of giving a little bit of a vibe of what I'm talking about here. But even some of the RPGs on there too. Evolution with its randomly generated dungeons. I have that. That's a freaking great RPG. Grandia, was it Grandia 3? Grandia 3, I forgot the number. That was fun too. Blue Stinger, no. I wanted to play Blue Stinger. How was that? Sorry, I'm trying to see where I'm going right here. I need to play Blue Stinger. Oh my god. Oh. Dude, I want my Dreamcast right now. I would do a throwback with C-Man right now. I don't care. I lose my crap when I talk to that guy and talk about Sony. And he knows the date too. He celebrates your birthday. Oh, MDK2. Don't let me forget. MDK2 from BioWare. BioWare made that game before they made Mass Effect or Knights of the Old Republic. MDK2 on the Dreamcast. Another freaking great game. Hard as hell, though. Don't let me forget that one. I like Blue Secret because of nostalgia, but I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's a good game. It's hilarious, though. Hey, you know what? I will still play it, though. I play some of those old random games. I'm down. I mean, Seaman probably by no metric is like an exceptional game, but does it hold special memories in my heart? It does. Yeah, MDK2. God damn. When I go back to visit my mom, because I kept some of my old stuff there, including the Dreamcast. I live far away from my mom, if you're wondering. I'd make a special note to boot up the Dreamcast and play that basically for hours. Because, A, I need to bring it back with me. I don't know why I haven't yet. I think it's just transporting it. It's always been a thing. I guess I could just have it as my carry on. But yeah, it's like every time I make a point to play the Dreamcast, because I'm like, this is what games I got. All right, we're playing some Marvel's Capcom 2 right now. Okay, we're rolling this one out. Okay, we're playing this one right now. Power Stone. We're playing Power Stone right now. I got Power Stone 2 for the Dreamcast. I'm not trying to... Not using it as like to puff my chest out, you know? I didn't know it was going to be worth something when I got it. But like, another example. Like, Jesus freaking Christ. Now I'm like hyped to talk about Dreamcast. See? This is where the conversation goes at Throwback Thursday Throwdown. We go from near-death experiences to Dreamcast. And also, can we talk about something? We're playing Sega game right now, right? We're playing out what... Can we give Sega their flowers? I'm going to pause and give Sega special flowers here. Sega has the best names for their consoles, all right? PlayStation as a name is a great name, but they repeated that name 5 times right now at this point. And I never had anything against the name of PlayStation, but Sony said, we're good. We're done. You know, they may add a Vita or something after the PlayStation, but let's be real here. Sony came up with a good name and just add a number to it at this point in time. Nintendo has came up with its share of some names. I think actually the code names for Nintendo systems are sometimes actually better than the real system name, but we could go down that road. Sega, Master System, Genesis, Nomad, even Game Gear. I think it's a cooler name for some reason. It's kind of derivative, kind of close to Game Boy. Saturn, Dreamcast. Dreamcast is a fucking great name. Like, Sega, when Sega names systems, for some reason, it's basically fire. There is, like, rarely a miss in Sega's naming conventions, except the add-ons, like Sega 32X. But I don't really count that. That's an add-on. I think they're trying to be cool with the X there, but, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? But, like, freaking Sega. Like, even their arcade hardware names, like Naomi or whatever, freaking great names. But you're right. If it could have played DVDs, it would have survived. And that's the weird period. It came out in 99. They were developing it for years before 99. Sony had that locked in, and then Xbox came in a little bit later, so time being a factor here. And I think DVD as a format was still in development or just starting to come out there. And I think Sega at that time, they're going for a CD, and they're going to a more compressed CD called the GD-ROM, which is what the Dreamcast used. It was like, so the big thing was the disc could hold 1 gigabyte, but, you know, DVDs could hold about 5 on one side. But again, we're talking about something developed before 99. PlayStation 2 came out 2000. You know, so even though we're talking about a year difference, that year difference, I think, does make a case here with the format. You know what I mean? So, but you're right. If it had DVD, you know, hit that well of the media at the time, it would have helped a lot for Sega. And if Sega didn't do the add-ons, like the Saturn did hurt their bank too, but the add-ons didn't hurt their bank as well. And they had a little bit more money in the bank at that point in time because they didn't do some dumb moves after they were beating Nintendo up with the Genesis, and then kind of did dumb moves and failed a little bit there with the add-ons. They didn't do that type of stuff. And have more money in bank. It would also help to have another year or two for them to kind of, you know, grow that base out, hopefully. And obviously it had bangers, but it would have more bangers, of course, with another year. They already produced that many bangers in a year and a half. I would doubt that they would have more bangers with another year. Yeah, they also banked on Shenmue being a hit. They put a lot of money in that game too, from what I remember. But I would say that to Shenmue, I don't think Shenmue was a fault as much as like, as much as I love the Dreamcast, I don't think the install base for Dreamcast was that great either, you know, at the end of the day. So you're trying to sell a game to like an install base of, I can't guess the number, but I recall it's not like super crazy. You know, you're not probably going to sell a lot of copies unless you have like a really high attach rate for that system. So that there's a case to be made there, right? I guess they were hoping Shenmue would spur more system sales. But God, that's hard. I don't want to blame Shenmue for that, though. Ooh. Ah, freaking Dreamcast. Ah, fuck. I think I'm almost done with this level. Oh, there's a jump. Ah, fudge. True, like Yakuza had the benefit beyond the PS2. If Shenmue had a PS2 release, way more people. Yeah. And I hate to admit that because, again, I'm really. Not to get too verbose here. I'm going to try and light too. Sorry, the green screen's freaked out because there's not a lot of light in here. If you're wondering when you see static behind me like this, two things are occurring. There's not enough light in the room to compete with the TV, so the TV will shine like a uniform color like this orange against the green screen, and it messes it up. So if you're wondering why does James look so weird right now, it's because of that. I'm going to try and light and fix that in one moment. Coming back. Get my steps in. All right, let's see if that fixed it. There you go. It will still kind of freak out because sometimes I debate turning on the TV brightness too. Whatever. I'm going to raise the sensitivity on the filter. Give me a moment. Yeah, let's raise it up. There we go. It's a balancing act with the green screen. It's a balancing act because you don't want to make yourself end up being ghosted by the filter being too strong. But you want obviously enough filter where you don't have that weird staticky effect happening when I'm playing games. Because I want you guys to have, I want you guys to have a very unobstructed experience of the game. And I think the green screen helps in that, but it does do little artifacting here and there. So it's so much to do. Let's do it again. Darn. How dare you do that, game? What are you doing? It's not the game, it's the filter. There you go. Anyway, back to the game. But yeah, like, I may be giving Dreamcast a lot of love. Intended, nothing fake about it. But the one thing I do will be a remiss if I don't say this. Is that it didn't really sell a lot, which again, you know, when you have a low bank account and you're expecting profit, you're not profiting, that of course would make them shift to being a publisher, which is what happened. So the thing at the end of the day is that they, you know, had people like me buy it because we had a Saturn, we had a Sega Genesis, we are your Sega peeps, right? I even rented the Dreamcast. I don't know if anyone knows this, but before the Dreamcast came out, it was like months before it came out because the system came out in America September 9th of 1999. 9/9/99. I will always remember that date because they made it easy to remember it. For months before that, you could rent the system for a week at a Hollywood Video. So it's maybe a very regional thing, but I was in the West. I was in Arizona at the time. And I remember we rented a Dreamcast. I don't know what the cost was. My dad rented it. I don't think it was stupidly expensive. It's not like you're buying the system. But the thing is, you could rent the system for a week. And they did this for like months before the system came out. So I was like, and they let you rent it with Sonic Adventure. It was like basically one game only anyway, because the system's not even out. They let people test the system out that way. I thought that was cool. I don't know if they rolled out in any other rental places, but I know they did for Hollywood Video. And so I was obviously cognizant of the Dreamcast coming out. I was already prepped to get it. I already rented the thing before it came out, you know. So I was already like going to buy it, right? But that's not the common American experience. And, so of course it's like they didn't really sell as many of them, unfortunately. I can't explain that because I'm not a business type person, nor was I that old at that time to really see the market for what the market was. How did the video store have it? They had a deal with Hollywood Video. They had a special deal with Hollywood Video where they allow rentals. And the reason I'll pull out my phone is to find a website for it. I mean, obviously, I'm not like I'm pulling this out of my ass or anything. And I know you guys are not questioning that. But Hollywood Video and Dreamcast had a deal for a period of time. And I don't know how they arranged that. But yeah, there it is. Hollywood Video publicly machine scored. Yeah, they allowed before. There you go. This article before the second Dreamcast launched in North America, video rental chain Hollywood Video offered a system console early to early adopters. So they had some deal. Shoot, even IGN had a story about this. Sega had a deal with Hollywood Video to have it for rental. And I don't know how. During a press conference this morning, this is June, oh my God, this is posted June 29th of 1999. During a press conference this morning, Sega officially confirmed today what incidents have started since news leaked. Hollywood Video will be exclusive rental retailer to carry the Sega Dreamcast as part of a promotion that begins July 15th. And yeah, this is, if you want to look it up, search up IGN and Hollywood Video Dreamcast. You want to read an article from 99. But they had a deal where in July, they ran a promotion months before the system came out where they could let you rent it. And that I was one of the people that was like, let's rent a Dreamcast. Yeah, they would never do that today. I do think, again, I was young. My dad was the one that was carrying out the rental. I do think that Hollywood Video had, like, you sign off on something, and I'm pretty sure I don't know if they had a penalty, but I'm pretty sure they had something like, hey, if you don't return the system to us by this grace period, we could hit this card on record with a fee or something like that. I'm pretty sure there's something like that where they made it like, don't do anything nefarious with the system per se. I feel like they had that type of stuff, especially for this rental of it. I don't know what the fees were or anything. I have to look into that. But I'm pretty sure my dad had to sign off on something. I could say that at least, But yeah, they would never do that nowadays for a multitude of reasons. But did it have a VMU? This is really tapping my memory bank. Sorry, this is about 27 years ago, so I'm really going to think about this for a moment. I think it did. I think it had it. Yes, the reason why I'm saying yes is I was able to save and keep playing Sonic Adventures, and the only way I could have done that was if there was a VMU. So my recollection was you get the system, you don't get the jump pack, you don't get a rumble pack. That I do know. You had a controller. Only one controller because you had a one-player game. You get Sonic Adventure. You don't have choice of games at this time. It was Sonic Adventure. It's basically you demoing the system of Sonic Adventure, which, don't get me wrong, Sonic Adventure was a launch title, fucking great game. I have no complaints with the game they chose for this promotion. You get Sonic Adventure. I'm pretty sure you got a VMU now I think about it because I was able to load a game for the time I had. I don't remember restarting the game over and over again. So I'm pretty sure you got a VMU, controller, the system, and Sonic Adventure is what you get as part of the rental. I can't say without doing research right now how much that was because I was a kid, so I didn't have money to put down to say, oh yeah, it cost me this much money. So I don't know if it was obscene or if it was just like, okay or what. I'm now more really curious how much it was, though. I'd be afraid to see if it was a high number, though. Because if it was a high number, I would be very ashamed of myself. I'd be like, why did you do that? I don't think it would have been, though. I don't know why it would be. Because game rentals at the time, maybe they were like 10 bucks. This may have been $20 or $30 is going to be my guess. Because you're renting a system with the game for like a week, right? So my guess would be $30. That'd be my guess. Without researching. I'm gonna have to look this up. After the stream, I'm gonna like look this stuff up because I am now more really curious what the parameters were over this program. But I thought it was cool as hell. But Sega did some cool shit like that anyway. Like the Sega Channel on the Genesis, I had that as well for some reason. And when you look it up, the price for it wasn't that bad either. I thought that would have been expensive, but it's not that bad. And here you're downloading games on your Genesis to play, and it changes games every month. It was Netflix of gaming. It was Game Pass before Game Pass. Sega did Game Pass before Game Pass with Sega Channel in the 90s. If you don't know what that is for some reason, look it up. It was the coolest fucking thing. Each month, they gave you new games. They gave you demos of games that are yet to come out and full titles. They change out every month. They had cool little themes. You pick a game, and it uploaded the game into the cartridge that's plugged through a cable. And it was called Sega Channel. And I think it was a very regional thing. Again, at that time, I was living in the Midwest. But my God, the things, if I could talk for days about Sega and what Sega did before everybody else. And you'd be like, wait, they did that? And you'd be like, they did. They did in the 90s. Not like they did 2 years before Sony, because Sony wasn't in the business at the time. Not 10 years. The 90s. Those motherfuckers beat Game Pass and was cheaper than Game Pass decades ago. Fucking God damn it. Sega Channel. God damn it. The more I think about Sega, I'm always like, God damn it, the wrong system died. The wrong manufacturer of making consoles went out. God, those are fighting words. I'm sorry, those are probably fighting words. But it is insane what Sega did. And I have to warn everyone, sorry, a mandatory Twitch ad's going to start in under 3 minutes. It's a minute long. I set it to be the shortest time at a minute. So I apologize in advance. Not try to push descriptions, that's a way to avoid ads, but it's only a minute an hour. The mandatory minute's coming up. I apologize when it happens. Oh God, where am I going? I have to save this. Now I'm getting pumped. I wish I could like show off Sega Channel. If there's some of that like freaking mod, like PC, something to make it like Sega Channel, I would love to show off what Sega Channel was. That was the coolest mother freaking thing ever in my life. And I do not know why my mom got it. Because I was an idiot. I don't know these things at the time. So how the hell did she know about this stuff? To be like, yes, let me get this guy Sega Channel for a few months before it dies. Spoiler alert, that service died, I think, within a few months. I don't know why it died. My guess is probably not a lot of people were using it. Unless there's some kind of licensing thing Sega had with some cable company or some random BS or something, you know? Oh, fuck me! I keep falling for that praying mantis. Why do I fall for you? Is it this way? Yeah, that's the way to go down. Wait, why don't you go up now? Oh. You're gonna be dead in the middle. Oh, God. Oh, man. It's been a day. Should just call this a Sega stream. Sega appreciation stream is what I should call it today. Just me reminiscing and talking about Sega and how much I appreciate Sega. Sega! I mean, Sega's technically still around. I mean, they're still publishing games. They still have some arcades in Japan and stuff like that. So it's not like Sega is gone. I mean, they're not quite the same, though. Let's get real here. Actually, I did get the new Sonic Racing game, which is awesome. But, I mean, by the end of the day, like, you know, and what has been the case for a while, admittedly, for 20-something years, they've been a publisher, right? So, oh, look in here. What are you doing, Tails? Alright, when you guys get back, I might have to do my own personal break here. Literally. Wait, that's it? Ooh, so I've always been a huge Sega fan, but they really need to get back to making games that aren't Yakuza or Sonic. That's true. And strangely enough, they published like Alien Isolation, some other bangers too. But even then, that's been pretty quiet. But I agree with you on that one. Like they have. I'm not trying to talk up the new Sonic Racing game. It's really good. But the one thing that it's both good bad. And the good thing about it, of course, it's a solid game, fun as hell. The bad thing about it is it'll have characters like Knights and other characters from Sega lore that you're like, you haven't done another one of those in a while, you know? You haven't tapped on that one again. And I actually like the first Knights, for example. There's a lot of stuff that Sega has made, like, you know what? F it. I saved this. We could back out this. We could back out of this game for just a moment, right? I saved it. I think we should be fine. This is the Genesis collection, by the way, on the Xbox, PlayStation. But we could start looking at stuff that Sega has made in the past, like Alex Kidd is technically Sega, Alter Beast. Like Sega has a lot of IP. Comic Zone, another one. Never seen a sequel to that. Golden Axe, Toe Jam, and Earl. We haven't seen one of those for a while. Shinobi, I think they released a Shinobi game recently, but I don't think that's from Sega. Streets of Rage, of course, we just talked about Sonic, Space Harrier, Shining. Now, here's stuff that I'm surprised we haven't seen in a while. Phantasy Star. I'm pretty sure Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2 were pretty big. I mean, I love Phantasy Star Online, right? So we haven't seen a Phantasy Star game for a very long time. It doesn't have to be online. It could be the mainline game. Because the resurgence of Japanese RPGs, especially like the JRPG, I'm surprised we haven't seen a new Phantasy Star. Or even with the tactical RPG being big, like Fire Emblem, we haven't seen a new Shining Force. So like, and of course Virtual Fighter is another thing we haven't seen, well, probably more recently than some of these other ones I'm mentioning, you know. But I'm just like, you're right, Sega has a lot of franchises. I get irritated with Nintendo and their franchises they don't tap on, like they haven't made a Star Fox while. But Sega hasn't tapped a lot of these franchises, like you just pointed out, except Yakuza or Sonic, for a very long time. And it's a little depressing. And I don't know if they could just like have other people license it from when they just publish it or what, if that makes it easier for them at the end of the day. But it's like... Oh yeah, Street Fighter 4 did come out recently. That was a lot of fun. I did play it with a friend. Thank you for reminding me of that one. I did check that out. That was a lot of fun. And the art style was great. Okay, there was a new Streets of Rage game. Brain apparently deleted that one for some reason. So they did do something else, I guess. But there's some IP there. There's some IP. I don't want to say IP. There's some franchises. I hate saying IP, even though I worked in IP for a little bit of time. I think and they can make original stuff too. Like, I think the idea of Sega just making original games, I don't think should be out of the woodworks either. I mean, I don't think they have to keep making a legacy sequel like everybody else, but there's some games here like Comic Zone 2 would be a really weird one, but I'd be down. Gunstar Hero, I'd be down. They're also working on a new Virtual Fighter and a Fish Shoots Range. I mean, a new Virtual Fighter? Hell yeah. I love me Virtual Fighter. Me love it. Alright, I guess I'll go back to Sonic here. Quick load. There we go. Worked out like a charm. So what is... Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. I figured out a way out of there now. Talk about Dreamcast, the Sega channel is making me feel things. I almost want to look for a video of, like, the menu you will see in the Sega channel. I mean, it looks it'll look definitely basic bitch in this day and age. It wasn't anything crazy. Like, for Halloween, they'll have, like, some pumpkins on the side that's kind of like plain font blocks for each game you can pick to play. But I remember looking at the price for it monthly and was kind of blown by it. I want to look at that again, just to make sure I'm correct. Because I remember the Sega channel pricing wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, again, I guess there is inflation. So we'll have to take account that 90s dollars is different than today's dollars. So today's dollars will make this seem cheaper than it is. So, but I still think in today's dollars, this is not that bad. Sega channel is $15 a month. You pay $25 fee up front for the adapter. That's it. And then you pay $15 a month. I think in today's dollars, it might be around $30. Basically Game Pass price, right? But this was Game Pass before Game Pass. And the games that I swear to you, the games I played and beat through this service that they keep changing out and give you full games for, on just outside just like demoing future games, they had full games. I played through like Echo, the Dolphin, a few other games through this service. It was super worth it. Super worth it. Like, and I think games at that time were still super costly. Like, let me look. Let's see. Sonic the Hedgehog to original price. I don't know if this is going to pull up the right price, but we're just going to look that up. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 originally retailed, and this is back in 92. Remember, we're talking about inflation. $55. And let's do our inflation calculator. Is there like inflation calculator? Sorry, we're going deep in this right now. We're going deep in the woods, all right? Just to give a perspective, let's say 1992 to today, something was $55. How much was that? So if we're talking about buying Sonic 2 in 92, what the inflation looks like, that'd be equivalent to us spending $129 right now for a game. $129 equivalent, if you give inflation, would be what Sonic 2 cost, right? Now, when did Sega Channel come out? Sega Channel... Sorry, I'm going down the rabbit hole. Forgive me, guys. I'm going down the rabbit hole. When did that come out? Because I don't want to do it $92. Okay, so it came out in December of 94. So let's do December 94. Maybe my math was wrong when I said about 30. It's probably be more than that. We'll find out. $15. $32. Not that bad. It's still probably not as cheap as I was pushing up to be, I guess, if you're looking at current dollars. But then again, Game Pass is basically around that price too, so you could argue like, hey, that's new sick tech that never was available, literally, in 94, where you could play full games through the internet before the internet was a thing, before broadband was a thing. So when you really think about it, that's not that bad. especially when games were 100 something bucks equivalent at that time, and you could play them without buying them. And if you reason out like that, Sega Channel was kind of a steal. I'm just saying. Just saying. They claim to be working, Z Baker saying this, they claim to be working on a new Jet Set Radio, which would be amazing. Crazy Taxi, which would also be amazing. Golden Axe, I'm in for all those, but I'm not getting my hopes up until they show more if that's true. Please show, don't just sell. A lot of companies like love to sell on like, hey, we're making new Castlevania. Okay, cool. 10 years later. How's that new Castlevania coming along? Oh, we canceled that. Huh. Well, thank you for getting my hopes up. Ooh, sorry, Tails. Thank you guys for traveling with me and as we go through inflation calculations and talking about old services. Hey, this is Throwback Thursday Throwdown, right? That fits the theme to talk about stuff from the past. I'm not doing anything apropos. It fits the theme of this show. God damn, crazy to think that games were like 100 something bucks if you give inflation at that time. I'm not pushing to say manufacturers need to sell games at $130. Do not get these words twisted. It's just crazy to think at that point in time how expensive games were. And it makes me wonder, like, I don't know. I don't even want to jump down that rabbit hole. Granted, the volume of games was not quite the same. It wasn't like I was buying freaking games every month or something either, too, when I really think about it. It's like I felt like I had a few solid titles for the whole year that I just rode out and beat. Shit. I felt like Super Mario 64 was like my N64 game for easily a quarter year, if not a half a year. That was my only N64 game for quite a while. And I 100%ed that game, I think, as a result, right? Because that's what you got. You're young, you know? Day off of school. Oh, man. It is kind of crazy to think about that. I don't even want to look at the price of that. I'm pretty sure 64 games were kind of not that cheap. And even then. Oh, shit. Oh, but I do think, like, CDs helped a lot with reducing costs in the game business. Because cartridges, like we talked about, 55 bucks. I think N64 games were like $60, $70 in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I think CDs, DVDs really helped reduce that cost and made like 50 bucks a standard, even through the 2000s, up before they increased to 60 and then 70, right? Like, made these prices such a standard for so long that we got used to it, you know? That looking back at it and being like, well, how much was Sonic the Hedgehog 2? And then when you see the price, you're like, oh, 55. Okay, that's close to what we're paying now. And then you realize inflation from 92 to 26 means that was 130 bucks in today's dollars. Like, then you'd start to realize, oh shit, games were actually much pricier than I thought they were, you know? And I feel bad saying that because I do not want to advocate for games going to that price point in today's dollars. But when you really think about it, you're just like, holy moly, you know? Holy ragatoni, you know? I want Sega to make their own version of Smash Bros. It could be less cartoon, but it would be cool. Hey, it would be. They threw Sonic in Smash Bros, but hey, they could throw in... They do it the racing game. Why not throw in, like, you know, our boys in there? Ryu. Both Ryus from Shenmue and Virtual Fighter. And throw in Cage from Virtual Fighters are talking about it. Throw in Knuckles. Throw in Sonic. Throw in our... I don't know what the protagonist of the Alter Beast is. Throw them in there, too, so it gets go power up. Throw them in there, too. Most of us see people from Shenmue, Streets of Rage, Yakuza, but they really would have so many characters at disposal. Facts. They don't do enough just like... Nintendo does way more glorifying their product. Sega... Well, I guess Sega has the Olympic games just like that too with Sonic and Co, but... I feel like a lot of it's just like Sonic. Like, not all of Sega. The recent racing game kind of feels like that, but like that feels like a small example to me of Sega really just being like, oh yeah, we have other franchises we could show love to right now together. We have a history. We have a history. And I mean, Sega has a history. Like, their history spans farther back than Sony, which had a fighting game like Smash of their own, or Microsoft, you know. And I'm not saying it's against Sony. I like my PlayStation, you know, just fine. I don't hate Sony at all. And I don't really hate Xbox, even though I think the current way they're running the business is... I got a lot of feelings about about Xbox, particularly right now. But I think, like, Sega definitely has a history we could go on about. I mean, the only one that extends farther back is maybe Nintendo, but, you know, still, we're... Fuck! Forgot the spikes up. They are way too obsessed with Yakuza. Yakuza cool and all, but it's all they fucking made. That's true. Shit, I did it again. Where am I? Am I farther back? I think so. Yeah. Ooh, that was close. I was lucky there was a platform right below. Oh, fuck. I don't know how I did not get hit. There I go. They need to put out Miku games. Their Miku games are fire! They have her in the new Sonic Racing game, not trying to sell it. But... It was a good game. Heads up, gents. I'm still be streaming for about 30 minutes, but I'm gonna end this stream a little bit earlier because I need to do one thing before I get Katie too. Usually I stream up to the point where I need to get Katie. I'm obviously I get her from the train stop, but today I gotta grab a quick something from the grocery store that's near us. So, as of circumstance, I'm gonna have to end the stream a little bit earlier. And by a little bit earlier, we're talking about maybe 10 minutes earlier. Nothing crazy. I don't think it's anything that's gonna hopefully not break your guys' hearts. But, you know, just a heads up, I guess. I'll be ending the stream a little bit earlier than usual on a Thursday. But I'm hoping to stream on Tuesday. It'll be a late night Tuesday. And then I am going to do a charity stream for the Children's Hospital through Extra Life, January 25th, which is a Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be playing Uncharted 2 from front to back to raise money for the Children's Hospital through Extra Life. Yes, I'm plugging that ahead of time. I feel like I need to plug those marathons a little bit sooner than I have been doing, the charity marathons. So there I go. I'm doing it. I'm being a good noodle. And if we meet the goal for that day, I'll play a special extra game after that for a little bit. It's going to be a bad game, that's all I'm going to say. Uncharted 2 is not the bad game. That's a great game. I'll be playing that from front to back. Get this other title after that, potentially. Just thinking. Do you know who John Green and Hank Green are? I'm trying to think. They sound familiar, but I will be honest that I will not say with 100% confidence I know who they are to at least recount and say a bunch of details. The names look familiar to me, so I'm going to tap the button and say, please tell me. Please tell me. And I may be mistaking Hank Green for something else too, because Hank pops in other things in my brain. Including King of the Hill. Which, that's not what I'm thinking, but I'll say that. I'll call myself out. I'll check myself out the door. I'll do that SpongeBob meme. I'm all right out of here. This may not be the best Sonic banger in this game so far. But it's infectious. Oh. I'm trying to think. I'm almost like hopeful it'll pop in my brain stems. Fuck! The bounce up may have been a helpful. Ooh. You know we have 2 rings. Remember, so I'm very cautious about this. I guess it could have quick load. I think I was farther down with more lives, but... Alright. One is an author, one is a YouTuber. But I've always thought you look like someone, and I've just now realized that you look like a third grade brother. Oh my god, now I have to look this up. I'm gonna look this up. Hey, I can see the semblance. I can see the semblance right there. I see the pictures. That's a lot better than what other people told me I look like. I'll take that. Thank you. I've been called... Wait, I think the funniest thing that someone ever told me I look like, and it was actually part of a stream a long time ago, some person came in and said that I looked like Gromit from Wallace and Gromit. I love that show, by the way. May not be the most flattering thing I heard, but I did laugh because I do find it funny. But I'm also like, I don't see it. And I'm not saying that because Grumit's not like aesthetically pleasing or anything like that, and I'm taking offense. I don't see that one as much, but it did make me laugh. I remember hearing that one. Someone told me, someone that I met in class said I looked like this Boston Bruins radio announcer. That's supposed to be iconic. And I need to pull his name up. And she said I look like this person. And I saw the picture too, and I was like, I could see it. But what's his freaking name? Obviously, I don't remember his freaking name. Is it Jack Edwards? Hold on. That might be his name. This was another one I heard. I think... Oh, let me check. I thought it was the human. All right, someone told me I look like Jack Edwards, who the sports commentator for the Bruins. I don't think I could pull this up on the phone. Actually, it's kind of popping up. And I was like, you know what? I saw the pictures. I was like, I can see it. That's not too far off the base. That looks like older me. A little bit there. I'll take that. Gromit the dog or the human? I'm going to look up Wallace and Gromit. Yep, guys, I'll pull up the phone. It's that part of the Twitch stream. I thought Gromit, maybe Gromit's the dog. Was he calling me the dog this whole time? And I thought he was calling me the human? That'd make that even worse. Funny, but also make it kind of worse. You look like the dog. Maybe that was the case. And I was like, hopefully think it's human. Why is... Oh my god, Grubbit's the dog. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna head out right now. Nah, it's pretty funny though. I'll take that. I don't consider myself... I mean, we all have an ego. I'm not gonna say I don't have an ego. But I don't consider myself having that much high esteem of my looks, okay, is what I'm gonna put it. I don't think I'm the... Okay, it's gonna sound kind of egotistical at the same time by saying this. I don't think I'm the worst looking person, but I also don't think I'm the most handsome, sexiest person either. I would never score myself that high either. Or low. Just mid. That's the best I can now say myself. If you ask my wife, she'll say differently, but I feel like she's obligated to say that. But I don't consider myself like, oh man, I'm a hot motherfucker. You know, 10 out of 10. But I'm also not gonna think like, you know, like, oh, I look like Sloth from the Goonies or something, you know, I don't want to put myself that down, you know? He was probably trying to say you look like the human, but I don't think you look like either of them. Thank you. I had a good laugh at that comment, because that came out of left field. for me. And I actually saw a few of their shorts and loved that show, and I died. You're pretty attractive for a nerdy guy. Thank you, Z Baker. Thank you for the compliment. I really appreciated that. Checks in the mail. I'm just kidding. I need people to bloviate my fragile ego. But yeah, like, what am I thinking? But yeah, that's a new one. Hank Green looked like a brother. I'll take that. Jack Edwards was another random one, but I'll take that as well. I'm trying to remember what else. I don't think Katie ever told me I look like somebody. I don't know if I should be flattered by that or not. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think she ever said you look like this actor either. But I kind of, like, now search my memory banks to be like, did she ever say anything like, you look like this actor? You look like this person to me. I know who she has crushes on in terms of actors, but I would not, like, equivocate that to be like, oh, I look just like them or better than them either. I know she has, like, crushes on, like, Tom Hiddleston or whatnot, and I don't take offense to that. I'm like, you know what? Not a conventional choice, but I don't see anything wrong with that choice either. I do not take offense if my wife's like, I think that guy is handsome. Because it's not like she's, like, going to leave me for the guy or say, oh, you look terrible as fuck. Ergo, you know, I'm complimenting these people because I think you suck ass. I never think of it that way either. Because contextually speaking, she's not, like, saying it like, why am I with you? Could have been with Tom Hiddleston right now. You know, that would be kind of funny. I would laugh at that. Me passing out from the Chinese food, she's just like, alright, do I have Tom Hiddleston's number? No! Damn you, Tom Hiddleston! Damn you! Oh. Alright, we're quick saving right after that one. Because that was clutch. No hit. I haven't played Sonic 2, by the way. I guess I should be commentating about Sonic 2. The game I've been playing for the last few hours. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need some coins. Actually, I've been playing this for, yeah, a few hours. Hell yeah. And next week, I got a game lined up already. I had a debate between this game and another game. I'm not going to spoil it because that's next Thursday. And the only thing I'll spoil is this game came out in 2015. And my criteria for Throwback Thursday Throwdown is a game has to be at least 10 years old. So it's technically at least 10 years old. So it fits the criteria for being a throwback, in my opinion, for this stream. I'll only say that's the only thing I'll reveal. So I literally did a coin toss between Sonic 2 and this other game I'll end up playing next Thursday. And Sonic 2 won, obviously, because I'm playing it right now. But the other game in mind is completely different. Completely different. Not just younger, but completely different. I don't know why I was between Sonic 2 and this other game. My brain goes into weird places. I'm like, X game, Sonic. Hold up. Oh, this sucks. This is using the pseudo 3D effect. Coins. Daydream about Tom Hiddleston while she administers CPR. She's like, do I need to save this guy? I'll compliment my wife all day. She's hot as hell. So if she wants to get Tom Hiddleston, I think her odds are still pretty good. The only problem is I don't think we have any contact information for Tom Hiddleston. I think he's taken. So that's probably a lot on her plate to overcome. So, fuck! Oh, it's been so long. Then again, I haven't beat this game. I don't know if I made it this far before. I don't think I made it this far before in Sonic 2 in my life. This might be a first for me, because I don't remember this Robotnik / Eggman. Fuck. Gotta keep that one ring. One ring to rule them all at least, so I don't completely die. Oh. And I know you can say this. You say, oh, why did you quick save? I know I break my rules a lot, But I'm like, I don't want to rewind. I almost want to make this like I'm playing on a Genesis, and there's no rewind to Genesis. And same thing goes for a quick save, quick load situation, you know. Except in rare instances, I guess, but... I think this might be the farthest I've ever made in this game. Oh, another... Maybe it's not as new anymore, but another great Sonic game. Sonic Mania. If you haven't played that, play it. Oh. I have not been on... I'm being honest right now. This is the farthest I've been in Sonic 2. I don't remember this stage. I don't remember the stage. I may have forgotten. I am old. But I think I'm literally the farthest I've ever been in Sonic 2. And I only have a few minutes left with it. I'll make sure to save. But, yeah. Okay, so he does go left to right. Okay, cool. This is cool as hell. That's a creepy looking. Oh, fuck you! Exciting. We're getting close to the end. Of course we're getting close to the end before I need to, like, leave. The problem is I need to make an emergency grocery stop. My wife would kill me if I don't grab, I'm gonna be honest, I need to grab toilet paper. We're out of toilet paper. We have, like, 2 rolls left. No, we actually have 1 roll left that we're dealing with. I need to get toilet paper. I need to adult. I need to adult and get at least toilet paper. So, if I don't beat the game, I don't beat the game. The goal of Throwback Thursday is not necessarily to beat the game in the time I have. It would be dope if I did. It would be great if I did. But if it can't happen, it can't happen. Because I'm pretty sure if one of us is on the bathroom and we need to wipe our butt and we don't have any toilet paper, that would be more of a bad situation than me, like, barely finishing Sonic 2 on the stream. Maybe I'll boot it up in the future, beat this for sure. Maybe next Thursday I'll play this one game, and then if I don't say get bored, but if I'm, like, getting antsy, maybe I'll switch to this one and beat it, if I don't beat it. Because that would be kind of cool. That would be actually kind of cool. Oh, that's my cat. Sorry. I know. Thank you, Miss Forever, saying it too, but I gotta get toilet paper though. I mean, yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a chance to do it after I pick her up because we got a bunch of other stuff to do. That's the kicker. And I'm pretty sure she would be like, why are we going to... Oh, you did not pick the toilet paper up. She gave me what... She rarely... Oh! Okay, we're saving. Uber Eats the toilet paper. Oh my god. The only problem is that costs more though too. That's not financially sensible. That's not financially sensible, because the grocery store is on my way to pick up my wife. So I have to be driving in that area anyway. I love your thinking process, though. I have nothing but love for your... I have nothing but love for the support to be like, hey, you can beat this game. Hold 1 second, I gotta raise the filter up a little bit. I might ghost a little bit, but I think I could turn the brightness down of the TV too. I always thought about turning on the brightness of the TV so the color doesn't hit. It's always a thought. I beat it Throwback Thursday. Louis, I'm right here. My cat's meowing because he doesn't see me. I'm literally right here. I think my cat's behind the green screen. And he's like, where's Daddy? Right here, bitch. Alright, fuck it, we're rewinding. We'll forget I did that, okay? Forget I rewind. So what are you supposed to do here? I just broke my rules. Now I feel ashamed of myself. I actually do feel ashamed of myself. Oh, you could make it. This is now Beat It Throwback Thursday. This level sucks. freaking kidding me? Wait! Oh no. Hopefully there'll be another ring I'll find. There we go. This is probably going backwards. Can I jump on that? Nope, nope. I made the same mistake again. Huh. This is all new to me. It's new to me too, Mr. Sorgon. New to me too. That's not a ladder. There's never been a ladder in this game, and I'm like, that looks like a ladder. This is going backwards. Damn it. I don't know why I'm going backwards. I feel like Sonic, sometimes you have to go backwards and go forwards. Maybe? Find out. Can I go up top? Yes! I never made it out of the second world Sonic. Snap a crackles. You know what? I shouldn't judge, though. I just admitted I didn't get out, what, the third or fourth world in Sonic 2? So, I should not be... I'm not judging. There's no judge. This is a no judge zone. No judge. No judge. We'll have those games. I feel like there's games appear like, this is amazing. And I'm like, I agree with you. And then you think about it and you're like, wait, I don't think I beat that game. Because I didn't beat Sonic Adventure 2. For some reason, it's the 2s. It's the Sonic 2s. Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic 1, yes. But Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 2, not. I don't know why. I played those games. But for some reason, it's the number 2s of Sonic. You're climbing the ship and trying to get inside of it. Thank you. Weird thing I'm... Whoa! What's my time? Oh god, I got like... I'm gonna squeeze as much time as I can. But... I also have to admit that, Okay, is that smart or not smart? I feel like I'm going backwards, but... The number 2s is my problem right now. Am I supposed to go down? Some of these levels of Sonic are kind of a labyrinth. I like it and not like it at the same time. Which is weird to say. We're winding. I'm making an exception because... No! Because we're on last level. No! I am breaking my rules. Guys, don't judge. No judge? We're not judging anymore. We're not judging anymore. I am judging myself. Okay. Oh my fucking god. I just let myself die. No! Stop that BS. Breaking my rules. I wonder what happens if I turn on the brightness of the TV. Something I've never done before. May take a little bit of time though, but let's see. If I do this. That help? Nah, doesn't really help. Fuck it. I thought that would help, but whatever. We're just gonna roll. I'm sorry about the green screen. Hey, there you go. Something to do with the camera too, I think, but whatever. Alright, back to the game. And I do see what you mean about this level sucking, Z-Baker. I now understand. But again, Never played this level before. I know I said that a lot, but it's the truth. So right now I'm just literally experiencing this for the first time. I hope I make it to the boss. Oh. Is this it? Oh, I see what to do now. Yes, I'm rewinding, whatever. Let's go for 10. Holy shit. Can you imagine if I didn't have the rewinds? What in the actual hell? Holy nutballs. Holy nutty nuts. I'm breaking all the rules right now. I'm scared. I'm actually kind of like flabbergasted. Holy fudge. Just gonna hit it once. I'm not even gonna take chances. And of course I have to leave real soon. Oh, fuck. Of all the times it decides to kill me. Wait a second. It wasn't hurting me when I was in the corners. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. Is even the final bastards more chapters? Oh yeah, we're definitely not gonna beat it on the stream then if that's the case. Fuck me. See, if I was rewinding this, oh, this would have been so painful too. Shit. Sonic can be hard games, man. I mean, for the most part, I played it as is, as it should be, but I'm fudging the rules of the last level. That's obvious. Wow, how much health does that damn thing have? Tuesday is when I freaking play this game and beat it. No way. No, no, no. I think those... I mean, did I beat it fairly? Yeah! Maybe this Tuesday I'll just play this level and beat it. Oh, man. Phase 2. This is pretty cool, though. Oh, shit, Sonic. Oh, we're going to space! Space! We're going to space. Damn, Sonic is hardcore. He's like thousands of miles in the atmosphere there. Space! Alright. I know I know, but I have to go. I have to go. I looked at the time. I've got to be a good noodle. But there was a second base. But I will say this: if I do stream Tuesday, I probably should play this game. If you know what, if I do stream Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern time, I know that's late, but that's how Tuesdays are. I think for Beat It Tuesday, I think beating this game, even though it might be a fast stream, would be what I would like to do up front because I never beaten this game and I'm getting stupidly close. But so hopefully Tuesday you guys will see me. At the very least, see me next Thursday, and then I have a charity stream where I'm playing front to back Uncharted 2 for Extra Life on Sunday the 25th. Thank you, Z Baker 330. Thank you, Mr. Run 516. Thank you to all the lurkers. Thank you to whoever ends up watching this on YouTube. I don't say it a lot, but I keep a lot of these streams on YouTube. YouTube.com/redbuttonjamfest. If you're wondering, I keep a lot of these videos and other stuff on there. Mostly stream Twitch videos right now. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Z Baker just saved my life. Katie saved my life. Z Baker saved my Sonic 2 life. Thank you for doing that. I almost forgot to save. Yay! And let me see if it loads it. It does load it. Okay. Oh, I also have an Instagram, but that's not really... There's an Instagram for Red Button Jam Fest as well as myself at Just Simply James. There's that too. There's that too. But I will say this, guys. Thank you for joining me, guys, so much. Me and John Claude are very appreciative of you guys. Hope you have a happy, prosperous New Year's. I'm more likely to stream on Tuesday, 11 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you guys for that. I am ghosting because of green screen. You know how that goes. But at the very least, next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'll play another classic game. I already know what the game is, too. So that's cool. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.